Go away! I don't want whatever you're selling. I told you to leave me alone. Go away. Oblivion take you. What is it you want from me? Yes, I have been working on a new invisibility spell. As you can see, it works quite well. Why? Oh, really? Everyone in town? That must have been what all the shouting was about a few weeks ago. I'm afraid I was engrossed in an experiment that required my full attention. You see, in order to increase the efficacy of the spell, the radius was likely to approach the... Oh, never mind, I don't mean to bore you. You can tell them not to worry. The effect is not actually permanent. It should wear off eventually. Well, in a year or two, maybe a bit more. There's no way to be absolutely sure. That's the exciting thing about basic research. Really? I find being invisible quite refreshing. But if it will get everyone to leave me alone, fine. I did work out a counterspell last week. If I can just put my hand to it. Ah, here. Stand in the center of town to make sure you get everyone. Oh, and make sure... Never mind. It should be fine. I've already given you the scroll. Stand in the middle. I am sorry about that. Just use the reverse invisibility scroll I'm done talking to you.
Good evening. Have you talked to Ankatar yet? Can he make us visible again? Ankatar gave you a scroll to get rid of the invisibility? Fantastic! What are you waiting for? Ankatar gave you a scroll. Goodbye. Thank you, thank you. I can't tell you how good it feels to be able to see myself again. My sisters, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind if they had stayed invisible. Ah, me. Friend, you are welcome at the Ayleswell Inn anytime, free of charge. We haven't seen him since that whole invisibility mess. I hope it stays that way. Bye.
Hi there. So, have you bet on any arena matches lately?
No, sir.
Goodbye.
You too. Oh, hey, sweet lady of Wayrest. Oh, hey, sweet lady of mine. Oh, I'll see you again. Yes, I'll see you again. Sweet lady of Wayrest. So fine.
Is truly
I ain't got nothing to say to you, fancy pants. So why don't you mind your own business, eh?
an honor.
Good day. What is it? If the Empire isn't going to stop the...
Do I know you? A little tip. People who ask a lot of questions around here tend not to be very popular. Ah, yes. Another scoundrel who served time in an Imperial jail. The Grey Fox is offering you a chance to join the Thieves Guild. He is the King of Thieves in Cyrodiil. You could think of him as our guildmaster, although he would deny that title. Everyone is here. Let's begin. Each of you is seeking membership in the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild is not a myth. We are followers of the Grey Fox, and I am his doyen. Merely by finding me, you have passed the first test. It's unusual for us to have 3 potential recruits at the same time. Rather than the normal test of skill, I'm going to make this a contest.
That's not fair.
Methredel, you know the rules. However, for Amuse and the newcomer, let me state them clearly. Whoever brings me the diary of Amantius Electus without killing him will be invited into the guild.
Ha! I'll have it before sunrise!
It's somewhere in the Imperial City. The beggars will help you locate it for a price. I can sell you lockpicks if you need them. One more thing. You cannot kill each other during this trial. We may be thieves, but we're not murderers.
Maybe he lives in the Elven Gardens district.
the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Maybe he lives in the Elven Gardens district.
I can eat for a day with a single coin. I've heard of him. What's it worth to you? You are most generous. He lives in the Temple District on the far east side. He's an early riser, usually up by sunrise. Blessings of Julianos upon ye.
There once was a hardy young lad of the sea, a red god of courage and honor was he. Sail on, my
Oh,
sire,
hey, sweet
sail
lady
on.
of Wayrest. Oh, hey, sweet lady of mine.
You have my ear, citizen.
How are you?
Are you confused? Here you go. 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 They say that Oblivion gates have opened outside cities all across Tamriel. Gods preserve us. Congratulations! You have returned with the diary. You have earned the right to join the Thieves Guild. You now owe your loyalty to our guildmaster, the Grey Fox. He has 3 rules you must follow. First, never steal from another member of the guild. Second, never kill anyone on the job. This is not the Dark Brotherhood. Animals and monsters can be slain if necessary. Third, don't steal from the poor. The peasants and beggars are under the personal protection of the Grey Fox, particularly here on the waterfront. What do you want to know? Jobs? We're thieves, not masons or scribes. Look, you're on your own as a thief. Go find a likely-looking house, case the joint to see when the owner is gone. When he leaves, you break in and steal some stuff. You don't need special permission or orders to do that. However, you will find that you can only sell stolen property to one of our guild fences. Most other merchants won't take hot merchandise. Well, sometimes the guild gets a special commission. You know, guaranteed pay to acquire certain items for special clients. You should check in with your doyen every once in a while to see if there are any commission jobs available. You can pay your fines to the guards, serve your time, or pay me half, and I'll fix them all. Consider it done. I will get rid of all your criminal warrants. He's a captain of the Imperial Watch. He is pursuing a personal vendetta against the Thieves Guild and the Grey Fox. 2 years ago, I made a fool out of him when he tried to arrest me. Lex has never forgotten it. You need more experience before I can use you on a commission job. Ongar tells me that you haven't turned in much loot yet. When you've contributed enough to the guild coffers by selling stolen items to Ongar, I might have something for you. Come back then. Shadow hide you. Have you heard any word about the other province? They say syndicates of wizards are...
Hi there.
You have my ear, citizen.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
Speak.
I'm Breeless Gowie. Good day.
Never take me down! Am I supposed to be impressed?
What's the matter?
Tired?
So, the deed is done. How do I know this? You will find that the Dark Brotherhood knows a great many things, for you are now part of the family. Now, you embrace your fate. For the slaying of Rufio is the signing of a covenant. The manner of execution, your signature, Rufio's blood, the ink. As a speaker of the Black Hand, I directly oversee a particular group of family members. You will join that group and fulfill any contracts given. You must now go to the city of Cheydinhal, to the abandoned house near the eastern wall. Enter the basement and attempt to open the black door. You will be asked a question. Answer thusly. Sanguine, my brother. You will gain entrance to the sanctuary. Once inside, speak with Ochiva. We must now take our leave of each other, you and I, for there is much work to be done. I'll be following your progress. Welcome to the family. Know this. Every dark brother and sister is a child of Sithis. He whom we call Sithis has many other names. Chaos, Doom, Discord. Sithis is the Void. We of the Dark Brotherhood serve the Night Mother, who is the bride of Sithis. The Night Mother rules her children with a terrible black hand. The Black Hand is the ruling body of the Dark Brotherhood. It is made up of 1 listener and 4 speakers. 4 fingers and a thumb, if you will. As a member of the Dark Brotherhood, you must abide by the 5 tenets. They are the laws that guide and protect us. The 5 tenets are as follows. Tenet 1. Never dishonor the Night Mother. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. Tenet 2. Never betray the Dark Brotherhood or its secrets. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. Tenet 3. Never disobey or refuse to carry out an order from a Dark Brotherhood superior. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. Tenet 4. Never steal the possessions of a Dark Brother or Dark Sister. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. Tenet 5. Never kill a Dark Brother or Dark Sister. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. Rufio lies dead. Well done. The family will now welcome you with open arms. Dear brother, I do not spread rumors. I create them. How does one best describe our dread father? Imagine a perfect, cloudless midnight, cold as winter ice and shrouded in shadow. That is Sithis. You are now one with the Dark Brotherhood. Visit Ochiva at the Cheydinhal Sanctuary, and your new life will begin.
I see you are with the Gray Fox. Do you need a fence? Armand Kristoff and Skriva have special arrangements with the guards and judges throughout Cyrodiil. They can make all your outstanding warrants go away for only half the price of the fines. All Thieves Guild members have sworn loyalty to him. If there is such a thing as a guild master, he's it. Alga sure can tell a good story. I'm not normally a big fan of bards' tales, but she's got some good ones. You got some hot property? I wouldn't make that deal with just anybody. I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else? I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else? I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else? I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else? I think I can move this item for you at that price. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. I think I can move this. You got a great deal. I think I can move. I think I can move. I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else? I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else? You've made a good bit of... I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else? I think I can move... An excellent bargain. I think I can move this item for... You drive a... I'm glad that's done. I need a nap. Shadow hide you.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Reynold Drayless will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. The culprit in this crime... Frostcrag Spire has been uninhabited for so long. They say it was as wondrous as the Arcane University itself. Good day.
May I help you?
Oh, hello.
Is there a better person to learn heavy armor skills from than Bump Gragash?
She moves really well in that armor, that's for sure.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
I've heard that Nord warriors have traveled from Skyrim with orc mercenaries to a...
More fighting for the Nords? This is sad news.
Take care. What it...
Hello.
What's new with you?
They say that King...
Hello there.
Are you here to join the Mages Guild? Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures and Raynil slew him. Kind of strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow. Some say that Traven is misusing the power of the Archmage's position to further his personal agendas. The Guild is always accepting new members. You seem capable enough. Are you sure you want to join? Very good. You are now an associate of the Mages Guild. What a wonderful opportunity for you. Now, please keep in mind that you'll need recommendations from every local guild hall in Cyrodiil before you may enter the Arcane University. I dare say my opinion might carry more weight than others, if you take my meaning. Still, all are necessary to proceed. Good luck to you. You know what it's like. Make lots of friends and look busy. Same as anywhere. Guild members who have access to the university can craft their own spells, not to mention chat with the most important people in the guild. A recommendation from me? Well, of course. Raminus would naturally want my opinion, wouldn't he? This is a situation we can both benefit from, associate. You do me a small favor, and I'll happily send along a glowing recommendation. If you can find Jaskar, I'll write the recommendation immediately. He's disappeared. I mean, he's really disappeared. No one here has seen him in days. Volinaro thinks maybe a spell backfired. If someone from the council were to stop by and find him gone, it'd look bad for me. I can't have that. Talk to the mages here and see what you can find out. If you can make Jaskar reappear, you'll have your recommendation. Why, all the important people in the guild are there. Archmage Traven lives there, in the tower. It's a fabulous place. You really should see it someday. I've been there many times myself. The Imperial City just wouldn't be the same without it. Maybe someday, if you know the right people, you might get a chance to see it. Please come find me as soon as you've located Jaskar. It is not surprising, considering Morrowind's violent past. We can only hope the troubles subside quickly. Goodbye. Good day.
Go away. You'll ruin everything. Go away. You'll ruin everything.
Well met. I'm sure all of Bruma joins me in saluting your help in keeping the hordes of Oblivion at bay. You want to find Jaskar? All right, I think I can help with that. But you have to agree to do something for me first. And whatever you do, you can't tell Jean about it, all right? That's the spirit. You help me pull off a little prank, and I'll help you find Jaskar. It's a little too... Really? You're going to love this. I'll teach you a spell to unlock things. What you need to do is get into Jean's desk and bring me her manual of spellcraft, okay? Her room is upstairs. Make sure no one sees you. You do that for me, and I'll make sure you can find Jaskar. Just go on her... I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. Always keep your magical equipment charged. Let me know when you're done with that little task.
Any luck finding Jaskar? Once I can see Jaskar again, I'd be more than happy to write a recommendation for you. Please come find me as soon as you've located Jaskar.
Hi there.
What's new with you?
I saw some mud crabs by the water recently. I've steered clear.
Ugly things with their thick shells and sharp claws.
Goodbye.
Be seeing you.
Hi there. Have you pulled that little prank yet? With all due respect to our wonderful leader, she couldn't cast her way out of a paper sack. It's insulting that we're here, working for her, when she knows nothing. She's managed to butter up the right people just enough to keep her position, and there's little we can do about it. But we have our ways of coping with the situation. Bring me Jean's manual of spellcraft, and then we'll talk about helping you find Jaskar. Let me know when you're done with that little task.
Go away. You'll ruin everything.
Who will help it?
Hi there.
A coin for an old beggar?
Have you pulled that little prank yet? You've got Jean's book, I see. All right, then. I'll just take that from you. Meet me in the living quarters just after 10 p.m. Ready to find Jaskar? Just watch. You'll see. Well met. It was a good idea, wasn't it? I wonder how long she'll spend trying to figure out where she put it down. She won't figure this out for weeks. Ah, it's times like this I enjoy what I do. It's a shame that Selena doesn't join in our fun, but she takes her role as an alchemist very seriously. If you need supplies, she's the one to see. Half of the Council of Mages resigned when Traven took over the position of Archmage. Farewell.
Hello there. I hear you've been looking for me. Please, don't be mad. We were just having some fun. We just get tired of Jin lording her position over us when she barely knows anything about magic. Every now and then, we like to trick her. We figured it was time to move on to a new prank. This one was getting boring anyway. So, you can tell her you found me. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I'll have to start thinking of something new to try. There's not much to do here in the Bruma Guild. If you can get to the Arcane University, though, they let you make your own spells there. Finding ways to confuse her just never gets old for me. It's good practice of our skills, too. but it's mostly just funny. You too.
Hello? Hey, you're the one that helped Captain Bird destroy that damned Oblivion Gate. Well done, friend, well done. Well, sometimes I feel we're not welcome here. The Nords don't like Heartlanders very much. Look, I like you and all, but I really don't want to get in the middle of this. If Valinara and Jaskar want to have their fun, fine. I'm not going to participate, and I'm not saying another word about it. Take it up with them. I suppose I like her well enough. It's a shame she doesn't know more about her craft, though. Still, I don't quite think she deserves the hard time the others give her. Half of the Council of Mages resigned when Traven took over the position of Archmage. Farewell. Any luck finding Jaskar? Found him, did you? Well, I suppose that's good. You'll have to forgive me. I seem to have misplaced something. Yes, well, let's never mind that. You've fulfilled your end of the bargain, though, so I'll fulfill mine. Ramanus will have my recommendation. And don't you forget about me once you've finished your training. I'm sure we can help each other out. Things in the guild have been different since Traven was named Archmage. They're more structured, but everyone seems tense. Goodbye.
Excuse me.
Please leave me be. I'm sorry. I can't right now. Please leave me.
This area is off limits to anyone except the Bruma City Watch.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Reynold Draelus will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. I'm listening. What a great story. That's just talk. Really now, you're such a charmer. Ugh, that's foul. Really now, you're such a charmer. Well done. Ugh, that's foul. You're wasting your breath. I appreciate the gesture. Well, isn't that sweet of you? That'll get you something. See, was that hard? All right, I get it. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynald Draelus, we may have never uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynald arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So you can see we really don't need any help. But thanks for the offer. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynald Draelus. He said he was a vampire hunter and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynald, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynald convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous! And another thing, the guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Reynald character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. There isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
I take it you want something. Well, what is it? Is there a better person to learn heavy armor skills from than Bumf Gragash? She seems skilled in its use. I can see why the Fighters Guild has her training others. How about that? Have you heard any word about the other provinces? Nothing I'd like to talk about. Really? Sirach is a good healer. He's a Red Guard, but you'd think he was a Nord the way he acts. He's certainly become more like a Nord over the years. Quite a competent healer, too. Is that so? Heard any news from the other provinces? There is grave news from Skyrim. From Falkreath to Windhelm, the foul Daedra attack the land. It seems it is a dire situation throughout all of Tamriel. Goodbye. What can I do for you today? I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. The Countess is Heartland Nibenian, and so are most guildsmen and chapelmen. But most others are as Nordish as you'll find. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out. Can I interest you in some of my wares? We'll see. Thank you. How kind. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I... Good journey to you. I'm really tired. Can we get on with this? Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Raynil slew him. Kinda strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such an likable fellow. Poor Arnora. Seems her boyfriend, Jorunder, has stolen some gold from her and left her penniless. Now he's in jail and she's destitute. What do you want to know? Armand, they can make... Shadow hide you. I heard that you helped the guard close that Oblivion gate. Thanks. We were getting worried about that damn thing. Ah, you mean that vampire hunter. He's staying over at Olav's Tap and Tack. It's near the city gates. You can't miss it. Arnora and Jorunder were once a happy couple, but that's over now. I hear that he took all of their money and stashed it after he committed a robbery. He was gonna skip town on Arnora, but got arrested before making good on his escape. Now she has no money left at all, poor thing. I work hard. Folks like Skjorda and Ulfen give us Nords a bad name, drinking and carrying on until all hours. Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? The one that closed the Oblivion Gate and saved the city?
Not smart to carry around broken equipment.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. That's a good deal. A good price for a good customer. Come back and see me again. Goodbye. Hello! What can I do for you today? I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. I usually don't give out that kind of information. All right. Good journey to you. Why, you dirty little thief! How dare you touch me?
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end. I'll take any stolen goods you have. The next move is yours. Pay your fine, or I haul you away. Here's the procedure. We go to the castle. First, we search you, confiscate any stolen goods, then you pay your fine, and we release you.
Good to see you.
Hello. What's going on with you?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods in the land of the Ultima.
It seems Somerset Isle has become... become a much more dangerous...
Good day.
Well met. Apparently, Right Wind teaches his blade skills to other fighters guild.
Hello! What can I do for you today? I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards... I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. Raynil's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either. What can I do for you today? Galaborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Raynil told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. And nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and goes and doesn't talk to people much. Just look for me if you need anything else.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Hello.
So, any new revelations in your, investigation? I'm sure Erlene is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynil has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Raynil is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. How'd you know about that? Too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Galaborn was killed by Raynil not too long ago. Galaborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Galaborn was not a vampire? Then don't go around flinging accusation and hearsay. If you dare accuse someone of a crime, you must have the proof to back it up. Now, if you believe what you're saying is true, go get me the proof. I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erline by checking up on Raynil. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynil is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I'm only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Erline is so distraught. Keep up the, good work, I suppose. So, any new revelations in you? What proof of your outlandish accusations have you brought me? How many times?
Do you have any more questions? Yes. I remember Braden mentioning that name once. He was part of the Brotherhood he had created with Raynil. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
You get any closer, and I'll turn your bones to ash. Back off.
Can't you see that I'm upset? I can't help myself. I'm just a sucker for well-heeled men. That Olaf, for example, at the Tap and Tack. He's dreamy. And successful, too. I suppose I can trust you with this information. After all, if you can help me recover my stolen gold, you may find yourself earning some of it. I know what you've heard, all about Jorunda and his run-in with the town guard. Well, let's just say it isn't exactly all true. I may have let a detail or two leak out to entice someone such as you to assist me. Until you agree to my scheme, I don't want to say more. All I can promise is that you'll be making a lot of money. Are you in, or are you out? Smart answer. Here's the deal. Jorunda and I have had a rocky relationship at best. Against my will, I've been dragged all over Cyrodiil helping him commit petty crimes. I wouldn't say we're thieves. I mean, we've stolen things, sure. But we've never stolen that much at one time. Just enough to keep us going. That is until last year. Jorunda started to take risks and began robbing more dangerous targets. Not just lone merchants, mind you. I'm talking about the bigger scores, like estates and tax shipments. I begged him to stop, as I knew that his capers would one day lead to violence. He just threatened to hurt me if I got in his way. I think the gold changed him, I really do. He wasn't the man I met 7 years ago. The few times I tried to say something, he'd strike me or push me away. I began to become frightened of him. Our last score was a tax shipment being delivered to the Imperial City. We robbed it, and in the midst of the chaos, Jorunda killed a guard. I was mortified. We snatched up the gold and holed up in the mountains. He said if I breathed a word of the murder to anyone, he'd kill me. I was terrified of him at this point. 2 days later, the Bruma City Guard traced us to our makeshift campsite. I was off gathering food, but Jorunda was captured. Served him right. When I went back to the site later, the gold was gone. He'd moved it. What I need you to do is go to the Bruma Castle dungeons and speak to him for me. Convince him to tell you where the gold is, and then we split it. He's not likely to just come out and tell you, so get...
I don't know you, and I don't care to know you.
Can I help you? She holds public audience in the Great Hall on weekday mornings. If you need to speak to her, that's the time to do it. Someone needs to get Skjorta under control. You'd think Olfan would be the one to do it. What a bother. Don't be too long about it. I got to stay with you, so there isn't any funny business. Don't get too close to the prisoners. I haven't got all day.
I don't know who you are, nor do I care. All I know is that I want you to leave. I'm not talking to you about anything. You're an outsider. I bet you're trying to trick me into telling something and the guards put you up to it. That fetcher of a guard, Terelius, is always trying to be sneaky. Well, you can forget it. Tell him it isn't going to work.
Prisoners may not accept gifts. No touching the locks. I haven't got all day.
You get any closer, and I'll turn your bones to ash. Back off.
Hi there. I'm really tired. I've heard Edla Darkheart was once an assassin. What do you want to know? Armand Vic. Yeah, my favorite customer. What do you got? I think I can move this item for you at that price. I'm glad that's done. I need a nap. What do you want to know? I can handle some types of stolen property. What you got? Yeah, my favorite customer. What do you got? shadow hide you. Head on. Did you know that Bumf Gragash will train you to use heavy armor, but only if you're a Fighters Guild member? She seems skilled in its use. I can see why the Fighters Guild has her training
You get
others.
any closer, and I'll...
friend, it looks like you've wandered into a restricted area. You've got to leave. The Nine welcome you to Bruma. I'm Isa Raymond, priestess of Talus. Things go from bad to worse nowadays. Priests murdered on the chapel altar? What next? We're trying to bring the comfort of the chapel to the Nords here, but Bruma's Nords stick to their heathen gods and uncivilized practices. He seems to be different than your usual self-proclaimed holy man. Maybe what he says is true, and that the attack on the chapel of Debella is just the beginning of an assault on the church itself. A cure? You mean besides death? Such a thing is beyond our control. The body is so warped by vampirism. Few would be able to revert its effects. Even fewer would care to try. The Guild of Mages might know more. Speak with Raminus Polus. He may be able to guide you. Someone needs to get Sciorta under control. You'd think Ulfund would be the one to do it. Take care. This is your last warning. Get out, or I'll call the guards.
Salute. Well, I'm really tired. What do you want to know? I can handle some types of stolen Yeah, my favorite customer. What do you got? You got a great deal there. I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else? I'm glad that's done. I need a nap. He's been around forever. Must be 300 years or more since he took charge. I'm not sure he's even human. What do you want to know? The Doyen, the current... Armand Christoph, they can... Shadow hide you.
Look well upon this chapel of Debella. Look at the faces of the dead. This is your future. Evil has returned, and the Nine need a champion. Oh, unhappy Tamriel. Where is your divine crusader in these latter days of petty strife and lesser men? Hear me, O people of Cyrodiil! Will no one take up this holy crusade? Will no one walk the ancient pilgrim's way? Is there no one who would stand for the Nine? Pelinal Whitestrake once struck down the enemies of man and God. Who will now reclaim his relics and fight again for the true faith? Who will walk the pilgrim's way, as did the questing knights of old? The 8 and 1, oh my! To what do I owe this honor? I am but a humble prophet. What business do you have with me? This is only the beginning. Umaril has returned, as foretold by Pelinal Whitestrake in his dying breath. Do you understand nothing? The blood speaks. I can read the ancient runes if you cannot. As uibala, umarale el nada rakuva. In the alien tongue, by the eternal power of Umaril, the mortal gods shall be cast down. A curse upon Umaril's ancient foes, and a threat. Alas, Umaril cannot be stopped. Not without the aid of the gods, not without the Crusaders' relics. Without a champion, the gods are powerless to act. But who among us is worthy to wield the divine Crusader's weaponry? You would quest for the holy panoply of Pelinal Whitestrake? The legendary relics that have been sought by mighty warriors throughout the ages? Are you a worthy knight? Well then, hail, hero of Kvatch! Let me add one more voice to the never-ending chorus of praise. I'm sure one of your many devotees will be able to guide you on your way to find the Crusaders' relics. The weapons and armor of Pelinal Whitestrake, Alicia's comrade, granted to him by the 8 divines. He went alone into the White Gold Tower, challenged the alien sorcerer King Umaril to single combat, and slew him. Alas, Umaril was not truly slain, but only cast beyond the bounds of Nirn. And now he has returned to wreak his vengeance upon the gods, as was prophesied by Pelinal himself with his dying breath. Only a true knight, wielding the holy relics of the divine Crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril. But alas for Tamriel, the Crusader's relics have been lost for many an age. Who now can succeed in the quest for the relics, where the greatest knights of legend all failed? Are you a worthy knight? Then I'm sure you will have no trouble finding the relics on your own. You clearly need no aid from man or God. Why do you come to me for aid, worthy knight? He is the enemy of all. Now, are you? Let the gods... The gods grant insight to those they deem worthy. Why and how they act is not predictable. What I can tell you is that, traditionally, knights who wish to quest for the relics would walk the pilgrim's way, travel to the way shrines of the 9 divines. Pray to each of the gods in turn, and ask their favor upon your quest. If the gods deem you worthy, you will be granted a sign. Go forth with the 9's blessings. For those who would repent their past deeds, walking the pilgrim's way is a traditional way to cleanse yourself before the gods. Follow the map I gave you. Visit the way shrines of the 9, pray, and wait for a sign. May the 8 and 1 guide your steps. Look well upon this chapel of Debella. Look at the faces of... of the dead!
Who will help an old beggar?
Evil has returned!
It's you. Hi. Well met. By all accounts, he preaches that the attack on Anvil Chapel is an omen of some kind of coming doom. You should go to Anvil and hear him for yourself, if you're interested. They say he preaches outside the chapel every day, rain or shine. It's our natural barriers that keep us safe, mostly. Mountain borders north and east, open sea to the west, and bogs and rainforest to south.
Knowledge is power.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? Goodbye.